Saturday night, it's Geelong and the Western Bulldogs. Cannot wait for this one. Can someone take down the Cats from winning 10 in a row? But it's a forward line that looms large. Can they stop this?
Yeah, can they stop this line? You've got the two of the best power forwards. Great combination. So you've got Hawkins, you've got Cameron, then you've got Rowan coming in the form, coming up. But they're tied up. There's Cameron. Jonas can't leave him to help. And you just see one-on-one, they're too good for you. And then you've got Stengel, who's been a revelation. They've got threats everywhere. And we know the Bulldogs, even last week, Melbourne, who haven't been scoring, kicked like 90-odd points. Their 12th defence. I don't think with supply they'll handle this forward line because no one else in the competition has.
No, I'm with you, Ross, on that. But how did Port get hold of the Cats in the third quarter? The competition would be looking at it. They were in all sorts of trouble here, Geelong, and it started at the centre bounce, Ross. They dominated clearance. You see the numbers there on the bottom of your screen. So minus 12 inside 50s, minus 7 clearance. They outscored them by 41 points and 31 from stoppage.
Yeah, I love hearing Monday's experts, abstract. You've got to do that. You know what? Win the centre bounce, go forward equal numbers, give your key forwards and your small forwards opportunity, and even against the best. So Ollie Wines, his body work, and then you can see Finlayson following up. But the Bulldogs had 6 kicked against them last week by Melbourne, so they need, Mark Webb and his team need to get hold of Geelong in the centre bounces, give their forwards opportunity.
And even De Koning looked vulnerable there for a period of time. Bailey Smith, he's made a huge difference. So he's been back for 2 weeks. The Dogs have won the 2 games, Ross, and his run could challenge Geelong. But it's not easy at Geelong, is it, to find space?
The narrowest ground in Australia, 118 metres wide. Put that into context, I think Marvel's 138 and MCG's in the 140. So he's not going to have the width. So Western Bulldogs will have to lengthen. And they play with width. They handball back out in the cross. They build it up. I think they could run out of room. Even though they've got a reasonable record, I think Geelong down there are very comfortable on that narrow ground.
I like this point from you, Ross. Everyone wants to talk about Geelong's kids, but it's their senior players still dominating.
It's Dad's Army. Yeah. They're their outside distributors and meters going. Duncan's just, look at that kick. He's inside, it's the best inside 50 kick at Geelong, and that's saying something. So you've got Duncan, the run, the class, and Tui, half-back, wing, run, kick, unselfish. I think he had 700 metres going last week. Duncan had 500. And then Isaac Smith, the running man. He's like Forrest Gump. He doesn't stop running, and he can kick goals. So he's dumping out from half forward. Everyone's concentrated on the youth, but it's these 3, Dad's Army. If the Bulldogs don't control them, they can't win that game.
Yeah, we're both tipping Geelong in that one. The last one we're going to look at is Richmond and the Brisbane Lions. And look at the numbers here. So both very good in terms of points for, but not great.
Well, I'm no genius, but if you roll up and you look at the numbers, number 1 attack, 79 points, and then you look at the Tigers, well, statistically, and they're second on the ladder, whatever they are, they should be able to get this done, Lloydy.
I'm spot on with you, Ross. I'm putting it on Brisbane here. They don't win this game. They can't win the premiership. You can't win at the MCG. You can't win the premiership. And they were embarrassing in this game.
Well, have a look at it. I think it ended up being 31 shots to 13. Yeah. And Harms went to kneel after quarter time and cut him out. Yeah. So they have to look at that, the Tigers. But what's their record at the MCG, Lloyd?
Terrible. 1-12, Ross.
They're 1-12, and I think Fagan's coached, I think 7 of the 12 of them. So they've got to look at it. But the Tigers have got their own issues. So Prestia, to me, is dominant. If you look at the midfield disposals, Prestia had 30. Cochin's fighting on 23, but you've got Edwards, you've got Shaw, the B&F winner with 15, and Graham. So you see them, Prestia, the meatball, he can. If I'm Hardwick, I'm saying he can't do any more, boys. You're young, you're hungry, you got flags, you can't be sated. You need to help the champion there. And even their wings, Pickett and McIntosh, they're doing some nice things. 15 and 13 is not enough. So control Neil, and that midfield group need to lift, or Brisbane get this done.
I think they're right for the picking. If Brisbane are any good, they win this game, and I'm backing them in the win, Ross.
Well, there's nowhere to hide for Brisbane. But I still think if Shaw can lift and Graham can lift, the Tigers get it done.
OK, I'm with Brisbane, Ed.